what's the debate about, like the Big Bang or something, right?
Big Bang Theory on trial.
This episode of lionsden was brought to you by Common Sense. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Welcome to the lionsden. 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. For real. Welcome to the lionsden. 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. To the Jeremiah, I'm finna bring the fire. Cause on the second turn, you don't crucify the Messiah. Roaring like a lion instead of being defiant. You better come together and try to form an alliance. Black Jesus minister, a new heavyweight champ. Finna turn the lights on instead of using a lamp. They try to keep up with us, but the niggas they try to cram. Hebrew Israelites, that's the name of the camp. That's a divine prospect. Shout out to the brother Ron. When you see the Hebrews, other ideologies run. Then apologies come, forever calling us dumb. Bringing all of the facts and leave them silent and numb. So Kwam Yasha Allah, call up then Ya Allah. We got no problem, tell the truth and we follow. Got skilled debaters like Michael Edwards. We never go run, PowerPoint, we win the lecture. Welcome to the lionsden. 144 men on the rise again. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Real. Welcome to the lionsden. 144 men on the rise again. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. We see you talking down when you're doing your interviews. We got a multitude of knowledge, so how can we lose? Used to be in the game, so I give them the blues. Welcome to the lionsden. We deep when we face you. I know it's hard to understand your ancestors was a slave, but challenging biblical knowledge, homie, we did play. Intellectually, I know you really hear me. You're standing right here. Look at me, kid. Yeah, you gon' get this work. When a father don't spend his time, that mean he fit this curse. Do the people like it or not? Take a look at your block. The rise of AOC, Masharaya Sha'ala, cause we got it on lock. Identified through our conditions. Trying to label us African without permission. Never laying down, tapping out, no submission. See us in the streets every day, we on a mission. Welcome to the lionsden. 144 men on the rise again. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Real. Welcome to the lionsden. 144 men on the rise again. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Real. We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community. We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community in which you are at the forefront of, Sarnetta. So what we're saying is that we want to have a dialogue and discussion about what is good for Black people and what should we be doing within our communities. And we wanted to have an intelligent conversation. So why don't you invite me on it?
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am now presenting to you a double collaboration between Yah World 777 and the lionsden Debate League. Now, in this corner, stepping out of the shadows of Team Heretic, his rhythm and rhymes, his seriousness and collectiveness, the cold man of R&B, and the man of modern understanding, I give you Sebastian Cole. Now, we all have been waiting for the people's champ, the man with the fire, the roaring lion, the one, the only, 7,000, Jeremiah Judah.
Con. Welcome to another lionsden Debate League debate. Tonight we'll be discussing the Big Bang Theory on trial. All right, so we're gonna have Sebastian Cole gonna be bringing forth his information first. We just want to let everyone know that we appreciate your love and support as we continue to bring forth. At the end of the day, it's about the information and unity for our people. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor to our brother Sebastian Cole for round one, Big Bang Theory on trial.
All right, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Sebastian Cole. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of time because I really want to get into it. My thesis is that the universe came to be in the way the Big Bang Theory describes, also tagging along on that thesis that the Bible does purport the exact same information, or at least gives a crude outline for that exact same information. In order to get that done, we got to start with just simply what is the Big Bang Theory. Well, the Big Bang Theory is a theory that was kind of derived from noticing or observing that the universe is expanding, the galaxies are getting further and further away from us. So a Catholic, a believer named George Lemaitre, a French Catholic believer physicist, basically deduced that since the galaxies are expanding, the universe is expanding over time, then if we could rewind time, they would get closer and closer together. He deduced through mathematics and theory that if you rewound it all the way back, that there would be a point in which the universe began, right? And that it expanded from a point. So the expansion from a point is where we get the Big Bang Theory. So first, in order for me to even say that I can even get into the Bible about that, I have to see, does the Bible agree with those two basic components? One, that the universe is expanding. Job 9:8 tells us that God stretches the heavens, right? And it says it actually 18 times, 17 or 18 times that God stretches out the heavens, right? So in other words, the Bible does purport that the universe is being stretched or expanded. Genesis 1:1 says that the entire universe came to be at some point in time. Science used to believe that the universe was eternal. It had no beginning or an end, that it was just an eternal thing that always existed. But the Bible has always said that the universe came to be from some point in time. It did have a beginning. So far, the Bible does purport that the universe is expanding and that it did start from a single point. Those are the two main components of the Big Bang Theory. The rest of it is just the mechanisms by which we went from that beginning point and the expansion. We know that it had a beginning. Bible says it had a beginning. We know that it's expanding. Bible says that it's expanding. Science says the exact same thing. Okay? That it had a beginning. It all started at one point, the better sheet or the Genesis in the beginning, and that it is now currently expanding. Again, Job 9:8 says that God stretches out the heavens, and it says like 17 other times in the Bible that God is stretching out the heavens. All right. So let's just go back to the Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. All right. Again, so this point in time where God created the heavens and the earth, the modifying factors here being that the earth was without form. In other words, it had not taken shape, and it was void, right? It was empty. So though it was brought forth by the sheep, Yahweh Bara brought forth the heavens and earth, but it had not hadn't formed it, hadn't made it. He hadn't formed it, but he had brought it forth. So in other words, and I read that to understand it as he had the idea or he had the parameters. Now, a lot of people think that I believe that the Big Bang Theory is some kind of theory that exists outside of intelligent design. That's not how I feel about that at all. As a matter of fact, to me, the Big Bang purports intelligent design because if nothing was there, if there was literally nothing out, no universe there at all, the rules of this expansion, this nucleosynthesis that would go on, all those rules had to have already existed in order for this thing to work. So the rules for this design had to exist even before a universe. Before there was ever a universe, the rules of a universe had to exist. To me, that says that something outside of the universe had rules, right? To me, that's the intelligence of design or God. Right. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. In other words, he set out the parameters, here's how all these things are going to work. He hadn't quite put it into motion just yet, but he did set out the parameters. So now at this point, we have all the ingredients of the known universe. In the beginning, which gives us time, God created the heavens, which gives us space, and the earth, which gives us matter. We know that our universe is made of those things. We know that that's what's in our universe. Time, space, and matter is how we perceive the entire universe. Okay, so all those things existed. So the parameters for a universe were there even before we saw the universe. That's exactly how I feel like science determines it. That's exactly what the Bible says. All right, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Okay. Now, according to the scientific method, or according to the Big Bang theory, basically what existed was this very, very small, very, very dense, hot ball of like primordial soup. What George Lemaitre would call the primeval atom, right? And it just full of, it was agitated by an energy, right? Because we know in order to get mass, we have to have energy and the speed of light. So these are the two things that we're going to have to get in order to get to mass, or something that matters. All matter has mass. So in order to get to a mass, we have to have two basic pieces of information. We have to have the speed of light, and we have to have energy. Okay. All right. So this energy that existed, right, with little quirks and matter and antimatter and all these things kind of fighting around, a very, very small, very, very hot, dense ball, began to expand. Now I won't get into all the details of the expansion, because the Bible don't get into all the details of the expansion. But what I do know is the first thing that would have escaped from that expansion are the protons, right? That we would have had protons to escape first, right? That would have been the very first thing. So it says, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, that primordial soup, something agitated the primordial soup. Boom, you get the expansion. Now, a lot of people think that the Big Bang literally means that something blew up. It's more accurately described that the Big Bang, it was just a very, very rapid expansion. There was nothing to technically blow up. It just began to expand, right? But it expanded rapidly. And the first thing that you would have seen come out of that expansion would have been the photons or light. Okay, so and God said, let there be light. Okay, so light comes out. Now, at the speed of light, time doesn't move at the same speed. This is where the theory of relativity comes in again. Einstein explains to us that the theory of relativity basically says that the closer we reach the speed of light, the slower time moves around us. As a matter of fact, say again, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, select. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Jeez. At the speed of light, time actually moves 0.399 times 10 to the negative 12th times slower than it moves at our current rate of light speed. Okay, so in other words, a second would take thousands of years to actually transpire on out from where we're standing relative to time. But this would have been 1 second on that particular time measurement clock. This is the same idea that we get when we get into what we call redshift. As a ice cream truck comes towards you, you hear do 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 do. When it passes, you hear do 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 do. The song did not slow down. You were just in a different spot in relativity to the sound. Thus, it seems as though time slowed down. Right? Okay. All right. Same ideas happening here. So this first day would have taken a very, very, very long time at our current rate of day speed, but could have actually been one epoch of time, one day, right? Now that we got light and this light begins to divide, you get this thing called nucleosynthesis, where light begins to divide, light starts to slow down. As light slows down, you start to develop matter, right? Matter takes all kinds of forms: liquids, solids, gases, plasmas. So you start to see all these things start to come together. These elements are starting to form, collide and recollide and blow up and all this, blah, 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 right? All that's happening. You finally get to this, or you say God divided the light from the darkness. All right, that's a day. All right. Then from that, as the thing begins to slow down, you start to get what we call a firmament or space. We know that this space is a part of this 1 point expansion, because again, the whole universe is expanding from a single point, and we have this thing called cosmic microwave background that lets us know that it's still radiating, right? So okay, all right. So God divides the light from the darkness, calls it night, calls it day. Then you get this firmament, you get this space, you get these waters that start to collect above the firmament, waters start to collect beneath the firmament. So you're starting to go through all of these. This is basically just nucleosynthesis is how I understand it to be. Then you get to a point where you start to get a solid, and we're going to call that solid Earth, right? That solid that we call Earth shows up on the third day. All right, so this Earth is, again, time is still slowing down. I mean, time is still speeding up. Light is still slowing down. You start to get this solid thing called Earth. Earth is releasing all these gases, all these loose gases that are being compressed.
1 minute left. Go ahead, brother.
All right, really, I can stop right there. That's the basis of the bang. I'll stop.
Okay, great. All right, man. So what are we discussing for those who are chiming in now? We're discussing the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory. How does it apply to the Bible? Is it relevant to the Bible, or is it two different things? So we're going over the information, and the floor will be turned over now to our brother Jeremiah Judah. 1 second here. There you go, Ak.
All right. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. Welcome to the Lions Den. See, I didn't come here today to, have somebody tell me that the Big Bang is really in the Bible. Because, see, what they teaching out here, from my understanding, it's not taught the same way. The Big Bang talks about 13.8 billion years of creation. The Bible only talks about, that the Most High created everything within 6 days. So we teach the Bible, and we teach that there is an intelligent designer. The people who teach about the Big Bang Theory, they don't include the spiritual aspect behind it, or even include anything about the Bible. There is no creator when these people, George Lemaitre, Albert Einstein, none of them are really adding the creator into this equation. It's just like, hey, it started at a one small point, and everything just expanded. They're not giving no credit to the Most High God, but we know we're gonna get this out the way. In Genesis 1:1, it says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. The earth was without form and void." So we who believe in the Bible, we have faith in the book. You see what I'm saying? The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the spirit of Yahuwah was hovering over the face and the waters. And Yahuwah said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And then God saw the light was good, and God separated the light from darkness. And he called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning. That was the first day. Then if you go to Isaiah 40:22, it is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants are like grasshopper, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain and spreads them like a tent to dwell in. Psalms 19:1, to the core master of Psalms of David, the heavens declare the glory of Yahuwah, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. See, by us believing it and following our Bible, that's who we give the credit to. People who follow all these different theories, 1 week it's the steady state theory, next week it's the eternal inflation theory, the oscillating universe theory, the flat hologram theory, the Big Bang theory. It switches up so much, you really don't have a solid foundation, because this week's theory is tomorrow's superstition. But let's read a little bit. George Lemaitre, he came up with this Big Bang. It's the egg theory. His theory was the universe was expanding. They claimed the Catholic priest from Belgium came up with the Big Bang theory. He was an astronomer and a professor of physics who thought to be the first to have theorized that the universe is expanding. His theory was observationally confirmed soon afterwards by Edward Hubble in what is known as Hubble's law. Now, what I'm saying, this is a European thought press. This is a lot of us we are claiming that we're from Africa, or we're dealing with Afrocentric Negro ancestors or whatever. So none of our people taught none of this. I just want to point that out right now. This is not every civilization had some kind of creator at the top. Whether the Israelites had Yahuwah, whether the Yoruba had Uladu Marie, whether anyone, even the Egyptians, they had Ra, they had different creator gods. Nothing didn't happen just out of the blue. All right. So let's get to some of the stuff. Let's get to some of the contradictions. That's what we're gonna do. We already went over the history of George Lemaitre. We don't even let's look up LPP fusion. The new evidence of surface brightness is by no means the only recent research that contradicts the Big Bang Theory. Despite the continued popularity of the theory, despite the continued popularity of this theory, essentially every prediction of the theory has been increasingly contradicted by better and better data, as shown by many teams of researchers. The observations are, on the other hand, consistent with a non-expanding universe. There is no Big Bang. It says that everything that we see is made of atoms. Ordinary matter is just 5% of the universe. Evidence of dark matter is 95%. What is the power that's holding the universe together? That's the question. New evidence 5 years ago claimed that the universe is static, not expanding, based on detailed measurements of the size of brightness of hundreds of galaxies using the Tolman test for surface brightness. 1 out of a half dozen cosmological tests that has been conceived in the 1930s to check the viability of and compare new cosmological models. Tolman's test compares the surface brightness of galaxies as a function of their redshift. And that's as Richard C. Tolman, expanding versus static universe theory. In a simple static and flat universe, the light received from an object drops proportionally to the square of its distance, and the apparent area of the object also drops proportionally to the square of the distance. So the surface brightness, basically the Tolman test for surface brightness indicates that the universe is not expanding. After all, from ScienceNews.com, universe is not expanding after all, says in their study, the scientists tested one of the striking predictions of the Big Bang Theory, that ordinary geometry does not work at great distances. So the further they go away, the harder it's for them to calculate these equations. In the space around us, Earth, in the solar system, and our Milky Way galaxy, are as similar objects get further away, they look smaller. The surface brightness, that is the brightness per unit area, remains constant. In contrast, the Big Bang Theory tells us that in an expanding universe, objects actually should appear fainter but bigger. Thus, in this theory, the surface brightness decreases with the distance. In addition, the light is stretched as the universe expands, further dimming the light. So in an expanding universe, that most distant galaxies should have hundreds of times dimmer surface brightness than similar nearby galaxies, making them actually undetectable with present-day telescopes. But that is not what observations have shown us. As demonstrated by this new study published in the International Journal of Modern Physics, the scientists carefully compared the size and brightness of about 1,000 galaxies, nearby and extremely distant galaxies. They chose the most luminous spiral galaxy for comparisons, matching the average luminaries of the near and far samples, contrary to the prediction of the Big Bang Theory. They found that surface brightness of the near and far galaxy are identical. They shouldn't even be identical. One should be brighter than the other. These results are consistent with what would be expected from ordinary geometry if the universe was not expanding, and are in contradiction with the drastic dimming of surface brightness predicted by the expanding hypothesis. So what I'm saying, we got plenty more information about all these contradictions that the Big Bang predicts. Like I said, I'm going to continue to read more.
Yeah, you got 1 minute.
We only got 1 minute? Okay,
Yeah.
well, let me see. My question did, okay, we only got 1 minute. Oxford mathematical physics and philosopher of science Roger Penrose, Caltech physics Sean Carroll, and cosmologist Laura Messry all say that they all disagree with the Big Bang Theory. I can get back into that when my time when I come back on. Shalom.
All right, great job. All right, man. For those who are on the comment board, those who are watching, man, let's go ahead and get a thumbs up, man, on this video. Let's get a thumbs up on this video. Those in the comment board, right? So the information, the brother's bringing out information, and he's reading the information that he's bringing out. So I think it's valid to the discussion, the information that's bringing out. If he's showing that there will be similarities in planet structure, size, light quantity, all of these things are important and relevant points to the discussion. All right, so let's not come in here with your bias. All right, let's listen to the information and judge it, right, equally and fairly. All right, so Sebastian, are you ready?
I am ready, sir.
All right, man. So for those who don't know, there are 3 10-minute rounds. And in these 10-minute rounds, after the 10-minute rounds, there will be a question and answer, 3 questions apiece. The brothers will be going back and forth, and then we allow the comment board, if any of y'all have any questions while you're listening, write your questions down so you can present them at the end of the discussion. All right, time is 5:54 Central Time. You have 10 minutes. Go.
All right. I do believe that this is probably going to be my last round. And I say that because my brother did not refute any of the things that I said. What I said was, I believe in the Big Bang Theory, and I believe the Bible purports it. I laid out all the points that he just made, which was the universe did begin at a point in time, as he quoted in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, and that the universe is expanding. I showed you that that's exactly what the Big Bang Theory teaches, right? That's exactly what the Big Bang Theory teaches. If I go any further to the Big Bang Theory, I was talking about how the solid came to be, the solid of Earth came to be, and how as the gases were coming up off the Earth, being compressed by the pressures of the universe, they created basically a dome around Earth, where in which we would eventually get an ozone layer. And so in that point, the hydrogen and oxygen began to come together and make water. Water began to team together in the pools on the Earth. As soon as we got water, we started to get grass. We know that because we have grass fossils thousands and thousands of miles deep in the Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, which means the grass came as soon as the water teamed together. From the waters, and with the grass, you started to get the fish. From the fish to the amphibians and the birds and the reptiles. From after that, you get the mammals, and then after that, you get human beings. That's exactly what the Bible says. Oh, to speak to the sun appearing on the 4th day. Bible says that the sun and the moon came to be seen on the 4th day, not that they came to be in existence in the 4th day. They came to be seen as signs. Well, basically what happened was during that whole 3rd day period, as the plants were breathing in the CO2 and breathing out oxygen, the skies became clearer so that you could now see. You could actually, the sun and the moon and stars could be signs. They could actually be signs. They could be seen from the surface of Earth. So the sun and the moon already existed. They just were not visible from the planet Earth. And that would have very much been a part of the Big Bang Theory. Again, everything that the Bible says happened in the exact same order that the Big Bang Theory purports. Again, the beginning of the Big Bang Theory is just that it all began at a time and space. At one point in time, and that is expanding. My man's argument was basically to tear down what the Bible purports to be true. And he used white man science to tear down what his Bible said. I really would like to forfeit the rest of this round. And yeah, let me just forfeit that and he can come back. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my bad. I was on mute. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So what? He done? That's okay. That's all right. I'll take the time to speak on it.
All right. Hold up, Jeremiah. So listen,
right.
Sebastian, go ahead and formulate your question. We'll start you off with the question and answer segment with that question that you want to that you ended your time with. Okay.
Okay. No problem.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I thought we were gonna go 3 rounds.
You
and then we do question and answer.
You can have the rest of my round and your next 2 rounds, bro. You can have 25 minutes. Go for it.
You done? Okay.
I'm absolutely
all right. Okay. See, I didn't come here to say that the Big Bang is the same as the Bible. I came here to prove that the Big Bang Theory is just a theory. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Bible. It's different. You know what I'm saying? The Big Bang Theory don't even tell you the creation of man or woman. It don't leave. It don't tell you none of that.
That's not what it's about.
Whoa, bro. Wait. Okay, like, could you mute him, please?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Because you just told me I could go. We ain't gonna turn this into a circus. I didn't come here to say that the Bible supports the Big Bang Theory. I know that there is a creative, intelligent designer in our Bible. I know you helping me, but you trying to help me out with that. I don't need no help with that. See, but you know what I'm saying? You say you're a theistic, so I guess you do kind of believe in our Bible. I never said that that our God didn't create everything. Because he said, let there be light. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. But this scientific stuff over here, it's a lot of things that ain't adding up. And that's what we need to get to the bottom of. You see what I'm saying? Well, let's read a few things. I mean, I write my notes down. I don't read off a computer. I like to write my stuff down. That way I get a better understanding of it, just in case the computer break down or something. That's why I always do that. All right. Now let's see what we got here, man. All right. We're gonna start here. Okay, the present crisis in the Big Bang. Leave my video on here. The present crisis in the Big Bang cosmology began in 1986 when R. Brent Tully of the University of Hawaii showed that there were ribbons of superclusters of galaxies 300 million light years long and 100 million light years thick and separated by voids about 300 million light years across. These structures, as they are much too big for the Big Bang Theory to produce. See, a lot of these numbers ain't adding up with this Big Bang Theory. All the speeds of which galaxies are supposed to be moving, all the speeds, all the speeds at which galaxies are supposed to be moving, it would take 80 billion years to create such a huge complex. But the age of the universe is supposed to be somewhere between, 10 and 20 billion years? Let me read that again for you. These structures are much too big for the Big Bang Theory. You see, you have your theory and then you have your evidence. This is where the Big Bang always failed. All these speeds at which galaxies are supposed to be moving, it would take 80 billion years to create such a huge complex. But the age of the universe is supposed to be somewhere between 10 and 20 billion years. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving. In November of 1989, Margaret Geller and John Hertzstra of the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics announced the results of their research. Check this out. Their map of the sky revealed what they termed the Great Wall, a huge sheet of galaxies. I'm talking about they found a bunch of them, y'all. 200 million light years across and 700 million light years long. A team of American, British, and Hungarian astronomers, it is reported, discovered even larger structures of galaxies. You see, some of them are too big for their actual prediction of this Big Bang. You had the prediction and then you have evidence. They found galaxies clustered into thin bands spaced about 600 million light years apart. The pattern of these clusters stretched from about 1/4 of the diameter of the universe, or about 7 billion light years. This huge shell and void pattern would have required nearly 150 billion. Whoa, wait a minute, that's even bigger, y'all. 150 billion years to form. You see that? Based on the speed of the movement. If produced by the standard Big Bang cosmology, you can find that at E.G. Lerner, Aerospace America, March 1990, page 38, 43. I got more for you. I got more. See, the Big Bang has a lot of holes and questions, and the flank is wide open. Today's Big Bang will be tomorrow's big crush. They got a big crush out too. They got all kind of bigs and littles and small, all kind of different theories, y'all. They trying to calculate. We ain't going for it. At least with the Bible, we steady and consistent on what we believe in. Not these cats. They change up like they changing drawers. Real talk. All right, let's go to 4. In an attempt to salvage the Big Bang theories, cosmologists have invented hypotheses to explain the failure of their hypothesis. One of these is the cold dark matter theory. Have y'all heard of the cold dark matter theory? It done got cold and dark up in here. We've been explaining it to you. The CDM, according to this theory, 90 to 95% of the matter in the universe cannot be detected. So we're just going to abbreviate it. The CDM existed. If the CDM existed, it would supply sufficient gravitational pull to create large cluster galaxies. Okay? The structure discovered during the past few years, however, are so massive. I scribbled that one. Are so massive, my fault. To even if cold dark matter did exist, it could not account for their formation. It could not account for their formation. It could not account for the last time for their formation. Sanders and co-workers thus state that the cold dark matter model can be ruled out by at least 97% confidence. Okay, in the same issue of Nature in which is found the article by Saunders, there appears an article by David Lindley in the News and Views section, page 14, entitled "The Cold Dark Matter Makes an Exit." All right? Since the Big Bang Theory predicted a homogeneous universe, homogeneous, which means smooth, okay? Smooth, with matter evenly distributed throughout the universe, the evolutionary cosmologists expected that the background radiation would be perfectly smooth, y'all. That is no matter in which direction, no matter in which direction one looked, the background radiation would be the same. Just as predicted, the background radiation was perfectly smooth. Theorists were delighted, snug, and assured that this background radiation was the left of a whimper of the Big Bang. But guess what? However, it turns out that the universe is not homogeneous. That means smooth. Okay? How much time I got, family? I'm gonna keep going till you tell me.
Yeah, we're just gonna have you rock, man. The brother yielded his time, so we're gonna have you rock for another 10. And then
okay, I'm gonna get a couple more contradictions out of the Big Bang, and then if you want to do a couple questions and answer, I had no problem with that, my friend.
Hold up one second. Hold up, Sebastian. Do you want to come back? Are you gonna let him rock?
I'm still here. He still hasn't addressed what I said. Right now, he's shooting holes in the Bible.
This ain't excuse me. This is not question and answer time yet, brother.
No.
Right.
I know.
All right. I'll address what you're talking about here in a minute. All right. Let me get my flow on.
A question, brother.
All right, go ahead. We gonna let you rock another 10 minutes.
Go ahead and mute the mic, family. All right.
Hold up. It's 6:07, so we're gonna let you rock for another 10, and then we're gonna move into the question and answer. I also have 2 questions for both of you brothers, starting out. All right.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Let me get a little bit more in. If you want to do question and answer, okay. Okay. Now, Big Bang cosmologists result from the cosmic background explored. It's called a COBE. They're all in caps. The code should really make them wish that they had gone into another field. Based on the Big Bang theory, it was predicted that there should exist a background radiation equivalent to a few degrees Kelvin. Sure enough, in 1965, Arnold Penise and Robert Wilson engineers at Bell Telephone Laboratories in New Jersey discovered a microwave background radiation of 2.7 Kelvin. Evolutionary cosmologists were absolutely delighted. Check this out. That this discovery was considered proof of the Big Bang, and they even gave Pinzer and Wilson were awarded the Nobel Prize. But check this out. It now appears, however, that the background radiation may turn out to be additional evidence against the Big Bang Theory rather than proof. See, there you go. Every few years, you find holes in this Big Bang Theory. You see what I'm saying? They got so many different theories out here. Your head will explode. There's nothing knowing about science. They have to believe in all this stuff first. Then they think they know, and then when they figure out there's something else that came, now they don't know. Now they switch it back up. They're not stable. Okay. Now, of course, where was that? Okay. See, so he yielded the floor, huh? I'm gonna just read a little bit more. Of course, the demise of the Big Bang Theory will not discourage evolutionary theories from proposing another theories based on plasma process and a revised steady state theory have already been advanced. See, they're already trying to phase the Big Bang Theory out to something else. Okay, it's already been advanced to replace Big Bang cosmology. Eventually, all such theories will fail, for in the beginning, Yahuwah created the heaven and the earth. That's in Genesis 1:1. The heavens declare the glory of Yahuwah, and the firmament shows his handiwork. Psalms 19:1. Psalms 115 and 15. May you be blessed of the Lord, maker of the heavens and earth. You see, we consistent with our book. We don't jump around from theory to theory to theory to theory. That's what y'all do in the scientific realm, the ones who don't really have no faith. They just want to pick and choose a little bit out of here and there and come and go as they please. Ain't no loyalty with them. Next thing you know, they in the Quran, and then they practice Kabbalah, and they doing all this and mixing and matching. You know, we don't do that over here. That's the difference. Now, Genesis 1 says that the God created the universe. Genesis does not provide all the details of how it was done, but scientists try to understand how things happen in the world, and they observe it. The Big Bang Theory is people's attempt to, put together of all the evidence, they have in the physical universe to explain what we observe. Scientific theories are not absolute, nor are they complete theories. They're always tentative for a certain degree. One never knows what the new might discover tomorrow. You see, it's always a great adventure with these scientifics. You see, theories change when they conflict with facts. Scientific theories are continually being extended and improved to try to explain more facts. How much more time I got, man? Can I keep going? I got some more. I got let me see what
you got 4 minutes.
Okay, let me see what I got right here. All right, here we go. Now, the growing case against the Big Bang. Small amount of light element lithium, yet has astronomers observed older and older. I think I read that one. Hold up. No, I don't want to read that one. Hold up. I want to read the one with the math. Hold up. Let's see. Let me read you a few things that ain't adding up since my time running out. Mature galaxies exist where the Big Bang predicts only infant galaxies, like the you can go look at these certain galaxies, the 13.4 Bly district and the GN-G11 district. All right, an entire universe worth of missing antimatter contradicts most fundamental Big Bang predictions. All right, you got clusters of galaxies that exist at great distances where the Big Bang predicts they should not exist. So they got a lot of questions that they need to be answered. Galaxy superclusters exist, yet the Big Bang predicts that gravity couldn't form than even an alleged age of the cosmos. How about this? Amazing evidence suggests that universes may have a center. The supernova theory for the origin of heavy elements now widely rejected. Let me see what else we got here, man. I got so much stuff, man, to blow your damn head back. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was coming into it. You know, I thought he was coming in and bringing some information. You know, I thought he was gonna prove the Big Bang theory was correct. You know, the Bible don't teach nothing about it. May say God said, "Let there be light," and but see, with these Big Bangs, as I'm reading all this, they're not giving any credit to no intelligent designer. They ain't doing that. Hold up, man. Let me find some more, man. Let me find some more. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me just give you some information about the universe. 13.8 billion years ago, according to them, since the universe began, astronomers make three assumptions about the universe based on theory and observation. The law of physics are universal and don't change with time or location in space. 2, the universe is a homogeneous, which means smooth or roughly in the same in every direction, though not necessary for all of time. 3, humans do not observe the universe from a privileged location, such as in the very center. When these assumptions are applied to Einstein's equations, they indicate that the universe has these properties. The universe expands. Astronomers see light from the universe's distant regions shifted toward the red end of the spectrum by the expansion of space between. 2, the universe emerged from a hot, dense state and some not infinite, but finite time in the past. The lightest element, hydrogen, and helium were created in the first moments of time. A background or microwave radiations fill the entire universe, a relic of the phase transition that occurred when the hot early universe cooled enough for atoms to form. But what if any of the astronomers' basic assumptions are wrong? The Big Bang theory would not explain the properties of the universe. They don't explain the properties of the universe. Let's see. Alternative to the Big Bang theory. Let's go. Alternative to the Big Bang theory explained. You can look that up by Carl Tate, February 21st, 2014, Science and Astronomy. One question to ask, is the theory of the universe origin just enough creation story? All right, go ahead. Shalom.
All right. All praises, man. All praise to the Most High. All right, man. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and move into the question and answer. I believe Sebastian definitely has questions concerning some of the information Jeremiah Judah's bringing out. Also, the lack thereof of information that he's dealing with. So I'm excited to hear what the brother has, to bring forth in his question round. All right, so I just want to start this question round off with 2 questions. Jeremiah's been speaking, so I'm gonna start with Sebastian. I have 2 questions for you. First question is a yes or no, and the second question you can answer however you like. Is that okay, brother?
It's just fine, brother.
All right. So we have first question. First question is, do you agree that the universe may have been born spinning? Yes or no?
I don't even know enough to even answer that question, brother. I can't even lie. I would assume that it's spun.
Okay. The reason it's relevant is my next question. It's relevant because according to scientists, you have the galaxy it says here It says every planet, according to them, every planet in the solar system, except for Venus and Uranus, rotate counterclockwise as seen from above the North Pole. But there are two planets in our solar system that are rotating the other direction. If we have a Big Bang theory or a system to where it's being explained that it's the Big Bang exploded and exploded out in a particular direction or a particular motion, then the planet should spin in that motion according to science. So how do we explain, or how would you explain the other these two planets, Uranus and Venus, spinning the other direction?
I literally have no idea.
Okay. All right, no worries. All right, Jeremiah, you ready?
Come.
All right, so can you show me in the Bible, or does it speak anywhere in the Bible about the planets or so-called galaxies in the universe?
Show you where there's anywhere in the Bible where it speaks about the galaxies in the universe. Okay. So you would go to Genesis.
Okay.
God begins his creation. You know, it says you can start at 16. It says Genesis 1:16, and God made two great lights, greater light to rule the day and lesser the night. The stars also, and God set them in line, the firmament of the heaven, and gave light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. See what the Big Bang Theory don't even tell you. It also starts to tell you about what else he created. You know,
right.
if you continue to read, it said in the fourth day that God created, he said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that has life, and fowl that may fly above the earth and the open firmament of heaven. See, the Big Bang Theory, it just give you a book poop bang, and it don't even tell you what happened after that. At least this book kind of gives you some kind of guidance. You see, and God created whales and every creature after their kind, and God saw that it was good. I'm skimming through it right now, and God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply." But see,
I didn't want to spend too much time on it, man. I appreciate your answer.
Okay.
I'm going to open up the floor for Sebastian to pose his first question. Also, those on the comment board, if you would like to be involved in this, post your questions. Post your questions now. We'll get to them. All right. So go ahead, Sebastian. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, brother. Brother Jeremiah, I got two basic questions right here. Do you agree that the universe started at one point, that there was an intelligent designer, but that it started at one point?
Hold up. He dropped off, man. I don't know if his phone got disconnected, but he dropped off. Man, I was waiting on. Oh, here we go. He's back.
Oh, my fault. Ask me again, family.
No problem, bro. Brother Jeremiah, do you agree that the universe started at a point in time? The universe did begin at a point in time with the designer, began at a point in time, and is currently expanding. Do you believe that?
I believe the universe started with the intelligent designer.
And it started at one point. That was a beginning of it. There was a beginning, right?
I believe he created the universe. I can't say that it was a Big Bang because there's other galaxies that's out there that's bigger than this so-called universe, a Big Bang that we.
This is the question I asked.
I'm giving you the best. I'm trying to answer the best way I can, brother.
Okay, let me form the question.
Okay, now
go ahead. Form the question a little differently. Do you believe that there was a beginning?
Yeah, the Most High. When the Most High said, "Hey," when he said, "Let there be light," I guess that was a beginning in this book.
And you believe that the galaxies are. You believe the universe is expanding because he's stretching it out like a curtain, right?
How many questions do you get, bro?
That's really my only question.
That's the second question.
I said it was 2 and 1. Maybe you fell off when you. I said
Yeah,
it was 2 and 1 question.
Yeah, he said 2 and 1. Then we'll come to you after this. After you answer this, Jeremiah.
Okay. So I believe. So okay, ask me that question again. Let's start back over, man, so I can focus on the 2 and 1 question.
Everything had a beginning, and do you believe that the universe is expanding?
I believe that the Most High created the universe. That's what I believe. Now I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
That's not what I asked. Listen to what I'm asking. Do you believe that it had a beginning?
Yeah, it had a beginning. Go ahead.
Okay, and you believe that it is currently expanding?
I don't know. I don't think it's still currently expanding. I don't know.
So you don't believe that he's stretching out the heavens? You don't believe he's doing that?
That's your third question. You just said that's your third question.
You're right.
All right. Come on, answer that. Come on. Wait for the turn into interrogation. You supposed to bring it.
I'm sorry.
Hold up.
I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. Now, do I get that?
Time, Jeremiah. Let's go, man. Let's keep this orderly. Go ahead.
All right. I mean, he said 2 questions. He asked me 2, then he went to 3.
All right. Well, he's gonna be able to come back with his next question after you're done. Come on with your question.
All right. Do you believe there's an intelligent designer for this universe?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that the creator of this universe is the creator in the Bible?
I have no clue.
That's my 2 questions. Unless I can keep going.
I mean, you can ask me as you like, bro. Because, well, I guess technically it's my turn. Okay.
Okay, this is what I want to ask you, brother. Hold on. This is what I want to ask you. What is your position, bro? I mean, because you say, I don't know if you're an atheist, you're a theist, you believe in God, you believe in the Big Bang Theory, but you mix it up with God. This is how we came to this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out where you at, man. I mean, because most people who prescribe to the Big Bang Theory, they do not add an intelligent designer. You are the very first one I ever met in my life.
Right. I probably am. And that's okay. I believe that lots of things make sense. I just go with what makes sense. I don't take any ideology lock, stock, and barrel. I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. So basically what you came here today is to prove that the Big Bang is really in the Bible, but that's the way you perceiving it. But anyone else out here, out here, what do you call it? The consensus, the general consensus of people who teach this, they do not add God into this or the Bible, man. So this is why I was here to go against the Big Bang Theory and show the holes in it.
Right.
But you was kind of like on my team a little bit by saying, yeah, okay, you kind of saying that there is a creator. At least you're to that point. Definitely. At least you do understand that there is an intelligent designer, but you just don't have a name for him, right?
Well, there are lots. Well, no, I won't get into that. But keep in mind, Brother Judah, when we started this conversation, I tried to tell you, when we started this conversation, I said, brother, I believe that the earth came to be from the Great Expansion or the Big Bang, and I believe in an intelligent design. You said, I'll argue that. I said, brother, you don't want to argue this. I'm telling you that the earth came to be just like the Bible said, but the mechanisms of it were the Big Bang. No, I don't believe that. Okay, then let's have that as a debate. Once I presented this information, you don't disagree with a word I said. And you spent your whole time trying to shoot holes in basically what the Bible said.
No.
Okay.
All right. This is what I shot holes in. The theory of science. See, you walk it. You walk in the fence and you teeter-totting on both sides of this. You, like I said, you are the first person who ever included a creative power with the Big Bang Theory. Everyone else, they don't. They just say it was an effect. They never tell you the cause.
Okay.
They never tell you the cause. They don't know what the cause is. They don't give the credit to the Most High God.
I didn't either. But my question is, you were debating me. You weren't debating everyone else. You were debating me, right?
Okay. So
Right.
what do you want to debate then, man?
No,
Well,
no, I
what
really
topic do
don't
you want
want
to
to
debate?
debate anything. You agreed with me.
All right, let
Well,
me jump in here, man.
okay. How about this? We ain't gonna count this as a debate, man. We'll call it a
Hold up,
discussion.
Jeremiah. Hold
All
up.
right.
No, no, no.
I'm not
Hold
gonna
up.
go on a victory tour and all that type of.
No, no, no. I
Listen,
won this debate, sir. I
listen,
won this debate.
You
listen.
want to debate? Okay, so you're saying that the Big Bang you
Oh, okay, hold up. I just muted both of you brothers. All right. So let me jump in here because there's a certain level of confusion concerning the topic at hand. When you say Big Bang Theory, not elements of the theory, but the theory within itself, right? The theory within itself being the Big Bang. So we have to examine the elements that are contained in the Big Bang. This is what we have to be discussing because the Big Bang is a theory that is utilized to contradict the Bible, showing that there was not a intelligent designer. And then this is why we're having this particular discussion. Now, if Brother Sebastian is saying, okay, I can look at the Big Bang Theory and I can see elements of it that I can also find in the Bible, if that's your particular stance, then you can't, you have to substantiate the point that I'm not for the entire theory within itself. So I want to ask Sebastian, are you in agreement with the entire theory of the Big Bang? And Jeremiah Judah, are you opposed to the elements that Sebastian are saying are contained in the scriptures? I'm going to go to Sebastian first, then I'm going to have Jeremiah respond also. Is that okay with you, brothers?
That's just fine by me, brother.
All right. So did you understand what my question was, Sebastian?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
I understand. Okay. To answer that question, again, at the beginning when we first began this conversation, I told him I do not subscribe to any theory, lock, stock, and barrel.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And I said that the basic planks, the premise, and the process of the Big Bang Theory is substantiated in Genesis chapter 1. I said that. I told him I believed in intelligent design when we started this conversation. I explained why I believed in intelligent design as I did in round 1. Right? I still believe all that stuff.
But do you believe all the elements of the theory? I know you just said that locks,
No.
Okay,
No.
great.
There are several elements in the theory that my brother pointed out that we still have to figure out. That's the thing about science, right? You make a hypothesis, you figure out what evidence you got, and then you say, okay, well, maybe it didn't work quite like that. But no one ever said, not one person is saying that we aren't expand. Well, some people are saying that we've done expanded, but no one said that we didn't expand. No one said that, right? No one said that photons didn't come and then matter came and then earth came and then the ozone came and then water came and then trees came and then fish came and then land animals came and then mammals came and humans came. That's exactly what the Bible says. That's exactly what the Big Bang Theory says. That's exactly what science says. I told him that from the beginning.
All right, so for the record, Sebastian does not agree in the full theory of the Big Bang Theory. Is certain elements that haven't been answered. All right, Jeremiah, come on.
All right.
Did you understand my question, or you want me to re-ask it?
Yeah. Okay. See, the thing is, we don't call the Big Bang. We call our Big Bang creator Yahuwah. See, y'all not giving credit to where credit is due. I don't see. He walking the fence, y'all. He got one foot over on the left, and then when he swing it over, he got the other foot on the right. He walking a thin line. He don't really know where he want to be. That's what it is. And for you to proclaim that somebody you want to debate, well, then I want you to prove that the Big Bang Theory is right without using the Bible. Cause you ain't came in here and did nothing. I showed you all the elements. I got plenty more information showing all these contradictions in this Big Bang theory. This Big Bang ain't started no later than 1840, 1850. This is some new stuff.
Well,
some new stuff.
He don't mean to interrupt you, but
he knew what he came in here for. The title of the debate is The Big Bang Theory on Trial. If he didn't read that, he must have didn't have his glasses on. Now he want to come in here and talk about he didn't know what he was getting himself into. Hey, what's up, man? Come on, man. You playing games, bro. Okay, so what, you believe in the Bible now? Is that what you're saying?
No, brother, that's not what I said.
Now look at that, man. And it's a waste of time, man. Go ahead, man.
That the Bible supports the Big Bang Theory. You said it does not. I have laid out my information as to why the Bible does support the Big Bang Theory.
Elements of it.
Right. Now let me go in and clarify that portion. The Bible is poetry. It's poetry, right? This is 4,000 years ago that this idea came to be. This is a very crude, poetic way of explaining how the earth came to be, right? Crude and poetic. They weren't talking about cosmic microwave background and light years and all of that. They weren't using that type of language. They weren't modern scientists. They were just explaining from culturally how they thought all things came to be. And I think they did a damn good job. I think they did a damn good job as to how they saw the earth and all things coming to be. It just so happens to purport to the Big Bang Theory. That's exactly what I said when we started this conversation. I'm going to say the exact same thing now. What he wants to do is get me to some debate where I have to argue intelligent design. I believe in intelligent design because the rules for this expansion had to exist before there was ever light or matter. That means that something existed when there was nothing. I believe that. I said that in round one.
Right.
I told you earlier, Brother Horace, I told you this is going to be a waste of time. This is going to be I told you I don't even want to do this. This is going to be a waste of time. I did not want to do this because he has nothing to debate with me.
All right, so we have brothers and sisters going in on the comment board.
Can I respond to that or what?
Yeah, you can respond. Hold on one second. All right, so we got brothers and sisters.
Let me respond before go ahead.
Hold up. Let me get this out, Jeremiah, please. All right. So we have brothers and sisters on the comment board saying that this is some sort of ambush or something like that. I don't know where you coming up with that, Brother Sebastian. Do you feel ambushed, brother?
No, I don't feel ambushed. I'm doing just fine.
Okay, great. Because we're discussing the Big Bang Theory. This ain't no damn ambush, man. Stop it with the damn semantics in the comment board, man.
I'm not even looking at the comment board. I can already guess who probably saying that.
It's okay. It's okay, Jeremiah.
I can bet $100. I can tell you right now. I ain't even looked at the comment board.
We're not doing that. That's okay. You don't have to do that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is I'm just addressing the comment board to let them know that that's not what this is. All right. According to my understanding, right. According to my understanding, we was having a conversation about the Big Bang. Certain things was not clarified. I believe Jeremiah Judah done a great job of showing the holes in the theory itself. I believe Sebastian done a great job of substantiating his point, which was that there are elements in the theory of the Big Bang that are found in the Bible.
And I don't disagree with that.
Right. That's what my question was.
That was all I ever wanted to discuss.
Right.
And look, I'm just showing you that our Bible it ain't just about no Big Bang. It has way more than that. It went into different. The Big Bang don't tell you anything. It just say a Big Bang, and then it goes to scientific type stuff. It don't tell you the creation of man or animals,
but
nothing like that.
That's not what the Big Bang Theory is for. That's a completely different theory.
Well, can we get
the clock back out, man? Cause I want to get back into to some discipline. Well, 2 minutes at a time or something. I don't like this interruption stuff, bro.
All right, I'll give you 2 minutes, but hold on 1 second. All right, so you did kind of speak on that, Sebastian, a little bit when you talked about the waters, you talked about the grass, you talked about the development of animals. You kind of touched on it a little bit. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Give me 1 minute to clarify what I'm saying. Okay.
I'll give you 1 minute, then Jeremiah. I'll give you 1 minute. All right.
Okay, thank you. There are several theories that like these are little bitty pieces, right? So the Big Bang, basically what I was saying is that the Big Bang theory is the beginning of that, and that's basically just how the Earth came to be. We could have been done with that in Genesis chapter 1, verse like 4, you know, but it goes on to continue in the scientific process of how life came to be. And there are theories in science that agree with exactly that water came to be, then grass came to be, then fish, then amphibians, then lizards and birds, then mammals, then humans. That's exactly the scientific method on that, right? So I was just going on because he was trying to shoot a hole in science. And I'm saying, why would you shoot a hole in science? Science is agreeing with you right here.
All right, Jeremiah, go ahead.
All right. Who could? I like to know. See, he playing games because if you ask him who created man, who is he going to say? What are you going to say?
I do not know.
There you go. See,
sorry,
see what I'm saying? We at least say we know that our creative force created man. You say there's an intelligent design out there, but you don't even get that intelligent design credit for creating man. So my question is how did the man come about? Did he evolve?
I'm not here to discuss the evolutionary theory.
I bet you ain't. Evolution and the Big Bang go hand in hand, man. Stop playing.
No, they do
you
not.
know they do. Evolution. Can I get my 1 minute?
Go for it, sir.
Evolution and the Big Bang is hand in hand, brother. You cannot have one without the other. Because when everything cooled off and formed, then ain't you saying that's how it evolved into to stars, into planets, and things of that nature? So ain't that evolution? So come on, man, stop playing semantics. If you read the title of see, this what y'all do over there, you don't read the title of the debate. If it says the Big Bang Theory on trial, that means somebody's for it and somebody's against it. And to me, you are trying to mix the Bible and the Big Bang together.
Mm-hmm. I am.
But you can't even tell us where man came from. At least the Bible, it tells us where the creation of man came from. It came from our intelligent designer, Yahuwah.
All right, Jeremiah, that's your 1 minute. We're going to let Sebastian respond to that.
I believe that life came through the intelligent design. I agree. Okay. I won't disagree with you on that. Anything else?
I can speak some more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, like you said, and then actually he came out of the mouth and said, I won this debate. So now, which one is it, brother? Is it a debate or a discussion? I don't know how you feel that you won if you say the Big Bang, so you're supporting the Big Bang, and I'm showing you all these holes in it. So now you prove to me that the Big Bang is correct without using Genesis 1:1. Go ahead, go.
I never said I could do that. I believe Genesis 1:1 is the Big Bang. They're one and the same to me. I said this earlier. You don't listen. Go.
I said, I do not support the Big Bang Theory. You support the Big Bang Theory by saying, well, it's the same as it's in the Bible, but I really support the Big Bang. Look, y'all, it's in your Bible. No, I'm saying the Big Bang Theory is not the same as Genesis 1:1.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Now I'm ready. Okay. All right. Now we can debate. Okay. Do you believe that time and space had a beginning?
Say it again.
Do you believe that all things had a beginning?
The Most High, he didn't have a beginning or end. He was here first.
The known universe. All things, not the Most High. He created all things according to your ideology.
So you saying, do I believe that the Most High created time and space? Yes, I do.
And do you believe that means it had a beginning point, that there was a beginning to it?
When he decided to create it, yes.
Okay, all right. So the Big Bang Theory agrees with that too, that there was a beginning point to the universe. Do you believe that the heavens are expanding, that he's stretching them out like curtains? You believe that?
I don't think it's expanding anymore, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I just showed you. Look, what you're trying to do. You're trying to come up here. You want to say you believe in the Big Bang. Look, do you prove? I asked you. Still didn't answer my question, bro. I asked. No. You're not gonna come here and do that, man. I asked the question. You never did answer. I said, prove the Big Bang. Listen,
Okay.
I said, prove the Big Bang Theory without using the Bible, and you went right back to it. I'm poking holes in it. I want you to prove it that it works without using the Bible. You can't.
Bro, the Big Bang Theory is the Bible. I keep telling you this. It would be impossible to do one without the other. They're purporting the exact same information.
Well, I wouldn't.
Okay. This is a waste of time, man. All right.
All right, hold up, man.
Wait. Now, let me ask you another question. Let me
ask you a question.
Oh, come on, bro. You just asked me a question. If we're going back and forth, it's my turn, right?
Okay, here go the question. Here go the question. What's the name of this debate? What's the name of the title of this? What's the name of the title of this? What's the title?
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Do you believe that the galaxies are expanding?
Do I believe what?
That the universe is expanding. That God is stretching out the heavens.
Didn't I just answer that? I said it's stagnant.
No. You didn't answer that. You said, no, brother, I want to ask you a question. So I asked first.
I've been told you if you would have. Okay, listen, I'm gonna answer for you one more time. I said it's stagnant here, and then as if you was paying attention to my information I was reading, it said the same thing. Evidently, you wasn't paying attention. Listen.
I'm sorry.
So what you need to do after this is over with, you go back and rewind the tape, the video, and you will see me saying that the universe is stagnant. I don't know why you keep asking me the same questions.
Okay, so you don't believe that God is stretching out the heavens?
When he created the universe, yeah, he stretched it out, but it's not expanding anymore, man.
No, the scripture
it's
says
stagnant.
He continues.
So now let me ask you a question. I just answered yours. How many questions you want to ask me, man? How many questions do you want to ask me? Well, it's supposed to be back and forth. Now let me ask you a question. This ain't no interrogation, it's a conversation.
You're right, bro.
So now I want you to prove to me that what I was saying is incorrect. Because you believe in the Big Bang Theory. So if you can't believe in the Big Bang Theory and say it's correct if you're not proving what I said is wrong. You even agree with some of the information I said. So how can you believe in the Big Bang Theory?
No, sir. I said earlier. My brother asked me. He literally asked me. Horace asked, "Do you believe in all the pieces of the Big Bang Theory?" I said, "No, sir. It's a theory. It's up to be tested. The basic compost of it, though, I definitely do believe. But yeah, it's a theory. It's supposed to be tested."
I got another question for you. So
wait, brother, when you ask two questions,
is it go ahead, man.
Okay,
go ahead.
Right. So, but back to this question. You don't. Job 9:8 says that God is currently stretching. He stretches in present tense. He stretches right now the heavens. You don't believe that that's happening? Or do you believe that that's happening?
I don't feel I have to keep answering the same question over and over about the stretching of the universe, bro. And you keep playing. I'm not going. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to answer that again. Nope. No, ask me another question.
You never answered that question. Horse.
Okay. Well, if you don't understand it, the last time I said no, then you didn't catch on.
Okay. All right. Then.
He asked you. He said no. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's your question. I didn't understand that as a question, but I'll submit. Go ahead. I'll wait till the next round. Go for it.
All right. Now, do you feel that is it my turn or do you get to go?
It's yours.
Now, I want you. I'm gonna ask you this because you steady tap dancing around it. I want you to show me since you say you believe in the Big Bang Theory. I want you to show me. I showed you all these different things that wasn't adding up with their theory. Yeah. So now I want you to prove me wrong with what I was telling you earlier. Should we do a recap?
Oh no. It is
because you say you believe in the Big Bang Theory. Bro. How can you so you're gonna have to prove wrong what I was saying earlier? You want me to go back over all the stuff?
No, not at all.
So go ahead.
Let's understand what a theory is. It's a hypothesis, brother. This is just a guess. It's a guess. Guesses can be wrong. I understand that about a theory. I never said this was static. That's how theories work. You put them through scrutiny. You scrutinize tons of pieces of it. Why would I have to prove any of that wrong? That exists. That's what they observed. I can't prove their observation wrong unless I can go out and do the research myself. I am not a physicist. But the overall idea of the Big Bang theory still stands throughout most science, and it still stands in the Bible. Is it my turn to ask a question now? Is it my turn to ask a question now, brother?
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you think Job was lying when he said that he's currently stretching out the heavens?
Pull the scripture, pull it.
Job 9:8.
Read it.
No. You read it, bro. It's your Bible. Go for it. Job 9:8. Maybe you'll think I read it wrong or something.
Because you still ain't proved to me. You ain't you trying to say that the Bible is the Big Bang Theory, and it's not, because the Big Bang don't even tell you the creation of man. Nothing.
That's not the Big Bang Theory, sir. I keep telling you that.
Okay, what are you trying to say? You say the Bible agree with the Big Bang Theory. That's what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that when he said let there be light, that's the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, that's the Most High doing his creation.
But it's
because the Big Bang Theory only tell you about a Big Bang. The Most High is telling you about everything he created. Stop playing games with me, bro.
That's the process through which he created it.
Okay, man. You know what? You look, bro. Okay, listen.
Question, bro.
Okay, what do you believe in the Big Bang without the Bible? Yes or no?
Question. This is my turn for the question.
Man, you a clown, man. Okay, yeah. Job was right. Yes, the firmament is stretched out. Okay, now what? That's what our Bible teach. That's what our Bible teach. Okay, now what?
Hey, hold up. What we not gonna do is call each other names. That's ridiculous. All right. So let's keep order. And if you all want to continue with the discussion, I'm trying my best to let you brothers rock. All right. Without interruption. But we must keep order. All right. I'm about to unmute you.
My brother's saying two different things. One, he said he stretched, and so he is done stretching. But Job 9:8 is a present participle of a verb saying that he stretches, currently stretches. So I'm trying to understand, does he believe that God is done stretching, and so Job is wrong? Which is he done stretching like the scientists say? Or those scientists?
I don't know if he is or not. I don't know if he is or not, bro. I don't know. Okay. But all I know this. Now let me elaborate on that. All I know, this Big Bang that everyone's teaching out here, because the name of this is the Big Bang Theory on trial. So this has nothing. Hold up. So what they're teaching they don't say anything about an intelligent designer. This is something Sebastian Cole is making up as he goes. He's one of these guys who don't have a solid foundation. He take a little bit of this and he take a little bit of that, and then when you hit him on one, I don't believe in that this week. I gave that up last week. That's the type of guy we dealing with here. So I'm gonna ask him once again for all the stuff that I mentioned, the contradiction in George Lemaitre's Big Bang Theory. We're talking about George Lemaitre's Big Bang Theory.
Yes, sir.
His theory. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the Most High or the Bible. We're talking about George Lemaitre's Big Bang Theory. That's on trial. Something ain't adding up. Now, you say you believe in George Lemaitre's Big Bang Theory, so I want you to debunk what I brought out. That's my question to you.
Okay.
Other than this, if you can't do it, this is a waste of energy.
No, brother. Let me talk to you about how it.
You want to turn it into a damn circus, bro? I ain't with that.
No, sir. Does anybody know what a theory is? Do you guys know what a theory is? It's not the answer. It's the guess. It's the guess. The theory is designed to be scrutinized to make for a better theory, right? His basic theory was supposed to be scrutinized to make it better. That's how theories work, baby.
All right, hey, can I interject real quick, man? We got somebody in the comment board who brought up a great point. You had quoted Job 9:8, right, Sebastian?
Yes, sir.
So the brother asked, he actually posted the scripture, which alone spreadeth out the heavens and treadeth upon the waves of the sea, right?
Yeah.
The brother asked, let me get to him. He said, is God still treading out the waves to search, to sense that is also in the same
present part?
Yeah, so he asked, what he's asking you, is that still going on? Because Jeremiah Jewish said that went on and then it's not going on anymore. And you said it is still going on. Am I correct?
I would assume yes. That he's still walking on waters. Yeah.
But that's
according to
not
that
what
narrative.
it said in Job 9 and 8. I just wanted
Treading
to
out the waters, right? He's still treading out the waters. He's still walking in the water.
no, it was in a past tense. He which alone spreadeth out the heavens.
Stretcheth, and that means right now. Stretcheth. Like if I say that stretches my shirt, that means that's happening right now. That's
in this Bible it says spreadeth. Let me get it because I'm just reading from his post in the comment.
But treadeth is about the water, right? But those are all present participle verbs. In other words, that's currently happening.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to take a look at because I know you quoted that Job 9 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
9 and 8. Yeah, it says spreadeth.
Yeah, that's a present participle. That means that's currently going on right now. Not he spreaded.
It says, which alone spreadeth out
by
the
himself.
heaven.
He stretched. Yeah.
Right. Bro, he done creating. He created everything in 6 days. He ain't still creating no more heavens and no earth. And maybe when it's a new heaven and earth, then but he ain't steady creating universes, bro. Sit down somewhere.
I never said that.
Sit down somewhere with that. I'm tired of being nice. Sit down with somewhere with that. All you do is want to cherry pick a little here, pick a little there. You have no solid foundation, bro. What do you believe in? Let's get to that. What do you believe in?
Horse, did I ever say that he was making new universes? Did I ever say that?
No, you
didn't. Man, come on, man.
Okay, I didn't say that. Okay, all right. So I'm sticking to my argument, right? I'm gonna stick to my argument, and my argument is that according to this, there was a.
Look. After this, he said everything was good. He was done creating the heavens and earth. What is he talking about, bro? That's common sense. You want to act? Can I go? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You got the floor. Because I don't want to be accused of over talking you. Hey, Jeremiah, tell me when it's my turn to talk.
Did I ever say that he was making anything new? Did I ever say that? Is that what I'm trying to say?
No, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but according to what I'm hearing from you, it's basically you're alluding to the universe is still continually expanding.
To expand. That's all I'm saying. The universe is expanding. And I believe the Bible purports that in Job 9.
So let me ask Jeremiah, do you believe that the universe, well, I guess you already answered it because he said he believes that the universe is stagnant and you believe that the universe is actually moving or in motion or expanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And according to, so now my question is, why is he arguing against the present participle written in Job 9? Is Job lying? He's talking about creating new universes. Job never said he created new universes. That's not what's there. He said that the universe is still spreading. I agree with that. Does he not agree with that?
Can I go? Or you ask me a question, or you that's rhetorical.
That was the question, sir.
Okay. Now look, this dude came in here with 10 minutes worth of information. I at least went 3 rounds of information. So I don't know how you gonna come in here and claim you won something when you didn't bring out nothing. You went 10 minutes, then you want to see what I had. Evidently, you didn't read the title of this debate. It said the Big Bang Theory on trial. And if we go to the percentages, the general consensus, no one else on this planet, except maybe Sebastian Cole and a few of his heretic buddies, believe in what he's saying.
But
this dude trying to mix the Bible. Look, the Big Bang, we don't call it no damn Big Bang in the Bible. We call it the Most High doing his creation, and he also explains how he created man. Ask him how his Big Bang, what is your explanation for how the Big Bang created man? You have none. So I'm not even, can I go, bro? Hey, mute him, please. Can I go?
Okay.
Go ahead, man. We'll give you 1 minute.
Now mute the brother, please. Because I'm not going to interrupt him.
Go ahead. He's muted.
Hey, now our Bible, it starts off with an intelligent designer or creator. With this Big Bang, it's a theory. It don't touch on about an intelligent designer. So when you read the title, The Big Bang Theory on Trial, I mean, what you here for? You know I believe in the Bible, so you know I ain't rocking with the Big Bang. And as you can see, as you heard my very first round, I'm going in on the holes in the Big Bang, so you know what side I'm on. He want to try to play both. So I believe in the Bible a little bit, and then I believe a little bit in the Big Bang. So if you believe in the Big Bang, prove me wrong on what I was saying without using the Bible. I bet you can't. Go.
What you're asking is a logical fallacy. Let me answer that though. Okay? Because I'm purporting them to be the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
If I tried to prove one without the other, I would be contradicting myself. You understand what I'm saying? Every time I prove one, I have proved the other. I keep saying they're the same thing. My question is, you saying that it's not the same thing. So I'm asking, this is why I keep asking you, did it all start at a point? You said yes. Is it expanding? Yes, those are both Big Bang parts of theory. The Big Bang does not discuss who made it. The Big Bang it doesn't even touch on who made it. It touches on the mechanisms by which it came to be. If you want to talk about who made it, that's a completely different theory. Where mankind came from, that's a completely different theory. We're talking purely the Big Bang, which is the mechanism by which the earth came to be. I explained that the Bible says the same thing the Big Bang Theory says. Continue.
So are you? Let me ask you this: without using the Bible, is the Big Bang Theory correct?
Yes. Except for wait.
Whoa! Stop right there.
Whoa! Question, bro. Let me answer the whole question.
Okay, man. Whoa! Yeah, put your foot in your mouth.
Wait, no.
I told you.
I want to make
people champ in the building.
I know what you're about to do.
Hold up, man.
I told you.
Answer the question.
Yo, all right. So, hey, Jeremiah, we're gonna let Sebastian clarify his point because he just flat out said yes. All right, Sebastian. So we're gonna let you try to clarify that, Jeremiah. We'll bring you on right after. All right.
All the way right. It is a theory. If it were
hey,
all
Sebastian,
the way right,
if you were talking, I had you on mute, man. Start again, brother.
Okay. A theory is never complete and correct. It is a theory, right? So in other words, what we're saying is the basic synopsis is correct. There could be several pieces in the middle of it that don't quite work out. It is a theory. Thus, it goes through further scrutiny. But as of right now, I believe that all of the universe began at a point and is currently expanding. And that's all the Big Bang Theory really is trying to get us to understand. Now, the scientific, the math of the mechanism to go through that, maybe we challenge that. That's what that's about. But no one's challenging that it started at a point and is expanding. That's true. And the Bible says that it started at a point and it's expanding. I believe that. That's not
all right.
I'm not jumping the fence on that. The scientific theory says it started at a point and is expanding. The Bible said it started at a point and is expanding. You're saying that it's not expanding.
I have the brother that was that posted the scripture. He says that scripture, that verse of scripture does not mean God is actively spreading out the universe.
Okay.
But that he is setting in motion potential processes such as the waves of the sea rolling out. He didn't create new waves.
I'm not saying he's creating new waves. I agree with that. I agree with that. He is not currently pulling it. It is just a process by which it is expanding. I agree.
Well, he said that scripture does not mean that he's actively spreading the heavens.
No, he's not.
Right.
But the universe is spreading. The process for it to spread is still happening. Yes. Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted
like the waves still happening.
Try to keep it active with the comment board. It's lighting up over here. There's a lot of people saying a lot of stuff. Brothers and sisters on the comment board, listen, man, post your questions. All right, we're here. We're going to deal with these things, and any points you want to make, we're going to bring them out. All right. We have a lot of people saying things, but they're kind of just talking to each other over there. So anyway, yeah, brothers and sisters, go ahead and post your questions or your comments. We'll bring them out. Hold up, I'm bringing Judah back.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to think I'm running.
Right.
So basically, I got plenty more information that can poke all kind of holes in George Lemaitre's Big Bang Theory. That's the theory that I'm attacking, and I'm showing how all these they even got plans to replace the Big Bang Theory. It always changes. They never know what's right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's the angle I'm coming from. That's why I said the title of it just wasn't no personal attack on you. This was an attack on the theory of the Big Bang, which was created by George Lemaitre.
Well,
That's
actually,
the angle I was coming from.
His actual
Now, I never heard anybody. I can see where you kind of could say, but we don't call it a Big Bang. We call it the Most High doing that creation thing. He's creating everything. We didn't hear no part where it banged and then it cooled off. He said, "Let there be light." It didn't say anything about there was a bang and then everything expanded out and then as things cooled down and formed. Our Bible don't say nothing like that. The Big Bang says 13 point.
My apologies. King
Can I finish my point?
I'm gonna let you finish, man. Let me address this real quick, man. Listen, King Seth, man, don't do that, bro. All right, it's a Hebrew platform, but we are treating Brother Sebastian very well, and I'm gonna let Brother Sebastian answer. Are we mistreating you, brother?
I do not feel mistreated at all, brother.
All right, thank you. So listen, King Seth, stop with the BS, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just lost my train of thought because there's a distraction in the audience. Let the audience say what they're gonna say. I mean, I don't know how King Seth could feel that this is a setup or anything. The name of the title, once again, The Big Bang Theory on Trial. How hard is that to figure that out? I'm coming in attacking the Big Bang Theory.
Right.
I have never heard anyone correlate the Most High God with the Big Bang Theory because we don't call it that, King Seth. This ain't got nothing to do with no setup. Actually, we having a pretty decent conversation.
I would assume so.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty good conversation. I just want to say this one thing, and I agree to everything you just said there, brother. Right. Just because you don't call it that, I mean, like there is a feast that happens in Bali called Holy Week. That's very, very similar to the Passover. Right. It's very, very similar. It's called by a different name, but the mechanisms are the same. The mechanisms are the same. Right. Like you call it Passover. Somebody calls it Pesach. Okay, they basically mean the same thing. Well, all right. What you call it is irrelevant to me. And keep in mind, when we had this discussion, I told you all the things that I was going to say. I even gave you a preview video of what I was going to say. I literally, we can go back and look at it. It's still there. I gave you a preview video.
Unfortunately, man, I didn't watch the video, man. My bad.
Okay. Well, I tried my best to put out there, hey, this is what I'm trying to say. Right. Here is exactly what I'm trying to say. This is what I mean by that. This is what I mean by intelligent design was involved in that. This is why I believe that the Big Bang Theory is in the scripture under a different name. But the basic crude details are there. That's what I've been trying to say the whole time. They're written out poetically and not in physics.
So do you agree with, can I ask you a question, brother? Do you agree with George Lemitre's, his Big Bang Theory? Do you agree with that, yes or no?
Good question.
Two things. George Lemaitre.
Lemaitre, I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, the Belgian Catholic priest who came up, he came up with the Big Bang Theory with Edwin Hubble. They kind of combined together. Edwin Hubble came up with the mathematic part, and another guy came up with his theory. He couldn't figure out the math, so really it's more Edwin Hubble's creation. But I'm asking you, let me ask, family.
Okay.
Do you agree with his theory?
His portion of the theory basically says that the universe is expanding, and so if we rewind it far enough, it came back to some point, so that all the universe started at one point. Yes, I do agree with that, and the Bible says the same thing.
Just that part.
That's what his theory was. He didn't do the mathematics. That was Hubble. They did the mathematics.
I just said that.
Right. You're right. And you're right. So his theory was if we rewind the universe back, because it is expanding, that means that we rewind it, it contracts, and that it contracted all to one point. So time and space and matter had a point. Because before that, science believed that the universe was just eternal. Science believed the universe it had always been here and will always be. right?
Yeah.
He noticed that it was expanding. So he said, oh, wait, this coming from a point. So if we rewind it, it'll get closer back to that point. If we can continue to rewind it, we'll get to a singular point.
Okay.
Right. So that time, space, and universe had a beginning point. And from that, we call it the bang as if it's something literally exploded, but that's not really an accurate title for it. It's really just the great expansion theory, right? So that it began at a point and began to expand, and all things came to be post that expansion.
But when you say expanding, you don't mean
hold on, Jeremiah. Let me get in real quick. Now,
go ahead.
You agree with George Dimitri's Big Bang Theory, but listen where the flaws come in his theory. This is why it's okay. I'm gonna read it to you one more time. Since the Big Bang Theory predicted a homogeneous universe, meaning smooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
He predicted a homogeneous universe which means that it's a smooth universe with matter evenly being distributed throughout the universe. That ain't how it works, family. Okay, so I'm showing you there's all kind of holes in his predictions when you come to the.
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. It's a theory, but the basics of his theory is that the universe began at a point and is expanding. I do not disagree with that. I agree that the universe began at a point. How the matter was distributed is in the mathematics. So basically, they're going out to figure out, okay, what math that made the. No one's arguing that it expanded. They're just saying, wait, this wasn't a smooth, even expansion. Okay.
So you agree, right? What I just said.
I agree.
Hey, real quick, let me jump in.
Go ahead.
And I'm just reading on the comment board. One of the brothers said the Big Bang Theory is impossible due to the Bayern problem. Says, so Sebastian, how do you explain how the universe does not have an equal amount of antimatter as opposite to matter?
Okay, all right. First and foremost, that would have to assume that I understand what antimatter is, and I do not understand what antimatter is. Right? I am not.
At least you straight up honest about it, man. You ain't playing no game.
No, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying to figure that out. Believe that the universe started at a point and expanded, and I do. Right now, there are some theories that say, wait, this didn't quite work out as smooth as this math problem said it would. Okay, fair enough. They can argue math problems until they get tired, but that doesn't mean that it's not expanding. That means it didn't expand smoothly. Okay, fair enough. All right. I didn't say the energy was that the matter and the antimatter were evenly distributed. As a matter of fact, in order for the Big Bang Theory to even exist, matter would have had to have won at some point to beat out antimatter. So it wouldn't have been completely smooth. According to how I'm looking at the math, matter had to beat out antimatter for there to be matter. Right? And if the evidence of that is saying that, hey, this wasn't evenly distributed throughout, okay, fair enough.
Right.
All right, can I read you? Okay, so let me ask you this. What makes the Big Bang Theory better than the steady state universe theory, the eternal inflation theory, the oscillating model theory? Why do you choose the Big Bang Theory over these other theories if you say they're just a theory? It is really not important. It's a theory. That's all it is. So why is that one overriding all these other ones? Well, let me read you what some of the other ones do. All right.
I understand.
Just for the audience edification, family.
Bro.
Okay. Can I edify the audience? Can I edify the body?
Edify after I answer the question, bro.
No. Hold on. I want the people to know these other.
Bro, you asked me a question. Let me answer.
Let me get the audience up to speed. You don't want them to learn?
Fam.
It's gonna give me 2 minutes to tell you what this is about.
I don't want it, bro. You asked me a question. You're asking me a question.
Jeremiah, can I tell the audience so they know what I'm talking about?
He's asking me a question.
Let him respond, and then you can come back with your point. Go ahead, Sebastian.
Okay. I subscribe to this theory. Why? For 2 reasons. One, well, actually, it's one and the same reason. Because most people do, right? So most scientists do, and most ancient civilizations do. Right? Now, I'm not saying that the theory is perfect. I keep saying that. But most ancient civilizations say, hey, time and space began at a point. And most scientists still agree time and space began at a point. So I go with the majority of people. I'm not a physicist.
Let me tell you why on this subject you don't go with the majority of the people, because the majority of the people who believe in the Big Bang Theory, they don't include an intelligent designer. There you go.
But that's not what the Big Bang Theory is about.
Yes, it is. It's about creation, bro. All right, man. Okay. All right, you win that point then. It's not. If you say so, it's not. All right. Let me read you something. Can I read you something? Because you didn't want to read no information. You tapped out in the first round. I got plenty more information I want to bring out.
Gorgeous. Read whatever you would want to read. Okay.
I'm going to ask you, why ain't you subscribing to these other theories?
I just explained why.
Okay, because everybody else is going with the one. Okay, so they get ready to phase out the Big Bang Theory. Are you moving along to the what's it called, the standard model upgrade theory? Are you moving up to that?
Yep.
Huh?
Well, wait. Do you want to read your stuff, or you ask me another question?
Okay, you answer that when it's your turn. Then, all right. Okay, let me get the audience, since you don't want to tell the audience what's going on. See, this ain't about me. This is about, I want to edify the body. I want the audience to know the information. This ain't just about Jeremiah Judah 7,000. All right, I'm gonna get my flow on, family. You want to say something before I go?
Go and get your flow.
Oh no, sir. Take your time.
All right.
They ain't ready for
Let's see. Let's start here. Okay. Nearly 14 billion years ago, there was nothing and nowhere. Then, due to a random fluctuation in a completely empty void, a universe exploded into existence, y'all. Something the size of a subatomic particle, inflated and a huge size in a fraction of a second, driven apart by negative pressure, vacuums, energy. Scientists call this theory for the origin of the universe. So a little subatomic particle exploded. And life began, right? The origin of the universe, the Big Bang. One alternative theory to the Big Bang Theory, here you go, we got some alternative theories. I don't know why you ain't rocking with them, is an early rival to the Big Bang Theory, the steady state postate, continuous creation of matter throughout the universe to explain its apparent expansion. This type of universe would be infinite with no beginning or end. There's no beginning. See, look, they said this theory said there's no beginning or end. Why ain't you over there with that one?
I don't believe.
Hold on, I got a couple more.
I believe it had a beginning. You believe it had a beginning. I believe it had a beginning.
Okay, that's where you stand. See, look, I'm just bringing you the other theories. Hey, I'm just giving you options. You know, maybe you can cherry pick a little bit here and there. That's what you do.
I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with what I said. I'm not cherry picking.
You go with what everybody say. Here go another theory for you. Like I say, yesterday's theory is today's superstition with these scientific cats. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Another alternative to is the eternal inflation theory. Are you familiar with that one?
I am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Jeremiah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Calling me. Come on. Hey Sam, debate. We gotta wrap it up here in a minute. They debate start at 9, right?
Yeah.
The next debate?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Okay, he was calling me. Okay, I don't know why he called in the middle of this. All right. Now, are you familiar with the eternal inflation theory? Are you familiar with that, sir?
I am familiar. I am.
I can't hear, man. Did he say yeah?
Yeah, he did. He said yeah.
All right. Now, and it postulates the inflation never stopped and has been going on for an infinite length of time. Somewhere even now, new universes are coming into existence in a vast complex called the multiverse. Those many universes could have been different physical laws. See, those many universes could have different physical laws. Now, they also have the oscillating model. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got a whole variety to pick from. You see, with us, we just stick with the Most High created the earth, the moon, the stars, and man. With the Big Bang, you just get a bang, and then when you ask him the question where man come from, he don't know. They don't know. They can't even tell you really what was the cause of the Big Bang, because they don't add a creator in the Big Bang theory. Only Sebastian Cole, because he didn't really want to go all out for this debate and defend the Big Bang theory.
That's not my position.
All right, hey, man, we got a question here. We got a question right here, real quick, Jeremiah. We got a question.
I can't hear, man.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Turn your phone up. Can you hear me good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, let me go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I'm about to put I can't hear you. I'm gonna put my phone up to my ear to the phone. Go ahead.
Sebastian, can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, Sebastian, do me a favor. Can you read the question on screen? Can you see it?
Okay. We all know that when converting energy into matter, there would be an equal amount of antimatter. No. Well, first and foremost, I don't know where you got that information from. In order for at the beginning of the Big Bang, matter had to win over antimatter in order for matter to come to be. So it would be like 1.1 billion parts matter versus 1 billion parts antimatter. So there would have to be more matter than antimatter for matter to ever come to be.
Okay. Great. Listen. Do y'all agree with this statement right here from King Seth? Can y'all see the screen? Look at the screen, Jeremiah.
Just read it, man. I can't. I mean, he ain't even in debate. What's the problem, man?
He said that dinosaurs have everything to do with the Big Bang. I personally disagree.
Yeah, because he said he wanted me to ask Jeremiah Judah about dinosaurs. I said, yo, we're not talking about dinosaurs right now. Then he says, dinosaurs have everything to do with the Big Bang. And I want to know, do either of you agree with that?
I don't agree.
I don't agree. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Because the Big Bang don't really give you any case up.
I try to bring it out for you, brother. You've been asking me to bring that out, so I brought it out to the brothers. They do.
You want me to answer?
Let me say one thing about dinosaurs. I believe that the Bible speaks of dinosaurs.
I do too.
The behemoth.
No, not the behemoth. I'm talking about where it says great whales. That word is actually gadal tanin, which literally means large lizards.
Okay.
Right. There's also other outside sources that speak on that, but I'm not in the debate. But that
would be okay.
I brought your question out to them, so
I don't think, me personally, I don't think the Big Bang created no dinosaurs. I think there's a creative designer, and then also really, you also can say that, listen, if you believe in the fallen angels, they came down here and they slept with everything on Earth and created some monsters, you know.
But that would have been post the dinosaur age, even according to your theory, even according to the Bible. That would have been way after the fallen angels would have.
I'm sorry, hold up, y'all. What'd you say, family?
According to what you're saying, the fallen angels came down way after dinosaurs, right? And the Bible does mention the great lizards in Genesis chapter 1, way before there were ever human beings or the fallen angels, right? So. But that has to do with the Big Bang.
Well, maybe the Most High created them. I mean, most likely, times in there where it said that the fallen angels, because the flood happened. I mean, were there dinosaurs on the earth before the flood?
Way before the flood. The dinosaurs on the earth way before human beings.
Right, I agree to that too.
Right,
human beings and dinosaurs were not here at the same time.
So.
All right, so we have another question real quick. Our statement, another statement. Why the sun, moon, and stars are made and governed, it can't happen by chance.
I agree. Again, my position on that is that there is intelligent design. I go back.
Was that Wine? That's a liar question?
Yeah.
Right.
What it say? I can't see. What it say again, y'all?
It says
the way the sun, the moon, and the stars are made and government, it can't happen by chance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But most people who, maybe not Sebastian, but most people who believe in the Big Bang theory, they don't give no credit to no intelligent designer. They do not.
Right,
that's their whole thing.
And
most of them are atheists. Most of them don't
Right, but
believe
I
in a
explained.
deity.
Right, but I explained that by saying that prior to the Big Bang theory, that's a completely different theory. What happened before the Big Bang? That's a completely different theory. Okay, my theory as concerning that is that the parameters, the rules, and the regulations for what would take place when matter came to be had to already exist before matter came to be. That lends itself to an intelligent design. If there
Right.
was no matter, no light, no anything, and then something happened and took logic and took a system, that means the system had to exist before the thing came to be, which leads me to believe in intelligent design.
Yeah.
And I made that statement early. I've said that 4 or 5 times now. Now, just because most people who talk about this theory do not mention what happened before the theory, that has nothing to do with the theory itself, and that has nothing to do with the intelligent design.
All right, man. The people are active in the comment board. I just want to keep you all abreast of what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it
So let
says,
me. So
go ahead.
do theist? You're a theistic, right? You say you're
I am a theist.
theistic. Can you kind of go into that a little bit? Like, how did that
Basically,
tie in
again,
with the? Did that tie in? Do they teach about the Big Bang? Is that one of their? I mean, when you say you theist, that just means you believe. See, you believe in a higher power, basically, but you
I
don't
believe in
worship
intelligent design.
or give it praise and honor, something like that. Is
Right.
that what?
I believe in intelligent design, and I believe that by studying, but by understanding the design, I am giving credence to the designer. I don't have to know Bill Gates if I buy the computer. I buy the computer. I've given honor to Bill Gates. I don't have to say thank you, Bill Gates. I bought the computer. Right. And so Bill Gates received my thanks because I use the computer. He feels very appreciated. So I feel the same way about a God. The more and more I come to understand about the creation, the more and more I understand the designer of the creation.
All right, so we have a question. I guess it's, the brother was speaking about Job 9:9 and 8. Says also means stretched, spread out, bowed, bend, away, bowed, carried, outstretched, prolonged, and more context is key to understand the verse. He, I believe he's speaking about you, Sebastian, built his entire position on one verse. What say you?
Well, actually, I didn't. The talking about stretching of the heavens happens about 18 times in the Bible. I just used that one particular time to pull it out. But that
Yeah.
actually happens 18 times in the Bible. And any Hebrew would say by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word is established. So that word should be established if I got it in there 18 times.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to get to you all's questions and comments over here. It's going good. I appreciate you all joining us, man. We getting closer to 2 hours. I guess we'll close down in about 3 minutes at 2 hours on this discussion. But I did want to kind of hit some of the comment boards, unless you brothers have more you want to say to one another. Let's see
I just
here.
got one closing thing to say. Can I just say one thing in my closing?
Yeah, go ahead.
In my closing, this was an exercise to me. It was an exercise in logic versus dogma, right? And I think I proved quite a point here today. Anybody who heard where this conversation came from knew exactly what I was going to be talking about. My brother wanted to argue his dogmatic point of what he thought I would be talking about, even though I laid out for him exactly my position. I laid that out for him. He did not want to argue my position. He wanted to argue against the Big Bang Theory. So really, all that he said, all that he brought up after that was just that theories have holes in them, and I agree. Theories definitely have holes in them. It's just the best theory we have so far. So I feel the same way about the Bible, right? That's all theoretic to me too. It's mythological and theoretic, but it's the one that he holds. It's the one that he holds to himself.
Okay.
I have no
I'll
problem
check you out
with
in a
that.
minute, friend.
Right? I have no
Sorry about
problem
that.
with that. I think that that's fine until we put it up to scrutiny. In my train of thought, when we put things up to scrutiny, I follow the facts. In his train of thought, he was not concerned with what facts I laid out for him prior to this whole debate happening. I laid out for him again. I told him in the conversation. I then posted a video. He follows that page. We are friends on that page. I posted a video saying, here is what I'm talking about. He ignored all of that to make a point that he just wanted to shoot holes in the Big Bang Theory. That was not my position at all. I said that early. I understand what a theory is. I understand that a theory is subject to scrutiny. I said that. Right? This exercise proves to me ultimately that instead of really wanting to converse on the facts, we wanted to argue dogmas. I am not here to argue a dogma with anyone. I could care less about arguing a dogma. That's why I am a theist. If I wanted to argue a dogma, I would pick a religion. Several times he tried to nail me down to which one of these dogmas do you agree with? I do not agree with any of them, lock, stock, and barrel. I do not have to. I am free to understand the world as I understand it. I think that is the best way to look at the world. How do you understand it? Not how did some people 4,000 years ago understand it. Not how do some people who do math that you don't do understand it. I don't do any of that. This is just how I understand the world. And it's helped me. I've been very successful in life because I see the world the way I see it. I try to use as many facts as I can gather to govern my life. Not a dogma, not a religion, not what my grandmama said, not what my mama said. How do I see it? Right? That's really difficult to debate, though, because that's just the way I see it. Right? I gave up on arguing with Hebrews and Christians and Muslims a long time ago. I do not want to debate them. They have a way that they feel, and they are fine for feeling that way. I do not care that they feel that way. They're never going to convince me to feel that way again. And I'm never trying to convince them to think otherwise. That's my closing statement.
All right, before we hear from Jeremiah, I just want to say I think that we should have did a better job of, and I know that you said you put it out there, Brother Sebastian, but we should have did a better job of substantiating exactly what the discussion is. So this is a learning process for us all, and but still, anything that sparks conversation in the minds and raises the vibration, spiritual vibration of our people, I believe is always beneficial for us to have these particular discussions, whether we agree, disagree, or come to a consensus. At least we are having these discussions instead of doing a multitude of other folly that we could be doing right now with our time. So I appreciate everyone showing up, man.
I agree.
All right, go ahead, Jeremiah.
Can I close out?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, see, I'm just going to tell you like this. Me personally, if I sign up for a debate and I read the title of it, I'm knowing what I'm going in for. And as you said, he said earlier, he thought he was winning the debate. He called it a debate. So you knew what this was about when you read it, when it said, you knew my position on how I felt about the Big Bang Theory. You knew that I said I was totally against it. So you knew where I was coming from. When you read the title, you had the title of this debate for about a week now. We made the poster. I made small. We didn't have this poster up for maybe what? I even made a generic. I even made a generic poster, and it was called "The Big Bang Theory on Trial." A trial is means somebody's going to have to defend something. You knew that I believe I was totally against the Big Bang. So you knew coming in that you was going to have to come in and defend it. But now you even try to defend it by using the Bible. So then when I asked him, I said, well, why don't you provide me, because you do follow it, provide me information backing up the George Dimitri's theory without using the Bible, because I got all kind of holes in it over here. So a learning lesson to people who want to debate: read the title very carefully and know what you're getting into. Because I don't have time to be, when we get in debate, they tell me, oh, well, I didn't come in there for that. So it's obvious that I beat up the information about the Big Bang Theory, but I'm not even gonna go around and even talk about this, because you felt that you didn't really know what you was coming into.
No. I did feel like I felt like I knew what I was coming into.
Dogma. Listen, my ending's not over yet. That was a statement.
Sorry. My apologies.
Dogma. hold on, because they like to throw this word around a lot, everybody. So I just want to read y'all this real quick, and then we can close it out. Dogma is the official system of principles or doctrine of a religion or the position of a philosopher or philosophical school in the low opinion or since dogma refers to enforced decisions such as those of aggressive political interests or authorities. More generally, it is applied to strong beliefs where adherents are not willing to discuss it rationally. So you can't use no dogma definition with me because I'm here to discuss whatever you got to discuss rationally. This attitude is named as a dogmatic one. I don't have a dogmatic attitude because I come with ration. I'm here to discuss it. But they want it just sounds fancy. I'm not going for that dogmatic type of. It just sounds good, everybody. It really don't mean nothing because I'm here to discuss things with ration. But like I said, I'm gonna leave with this. The People's Champ. When I came into this debate, I knew the topic because I read the topic. It said the Big Bang Theory on trial. I gave you all kind of things. I said that they said that the universe was flat. I proved that it wasn't, and I proved other points. So it's not my fault that he didn't even know his position. But that's cool though. The People's Champ still here, and I'm waiting on the next opponent. With that being said, yeah, hey, Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. One.
Khan. We're going to give all praise and glory to the Abanawa Yahweh Bashim Mashiach Yahweh Shai. For all things Black Jesus Minister, we're going to give all praises to our Creator, man. Don't think for 1 minute that we have not and have throughout this whole program. All right, so I'm not sure what you refer.
Can I say one more thing? And I want to say this in as much peace as possible. Again, and I get where my brother's coming from, but two grown men had a discussion, right? And when we had the discussion, I made my position very clear. It is not fair, nor is it righteous for him to create an argument that I never made and then make that the debate and then force me to defend that thing. I never said that thing. I have it recorded twice. He came on one of my videos. I explained to him in person what I meant. Then gave him an extra video that he didn't watch, but he definitely saw me in person, right? I spoke to him on a live I was doing about something altogether different. I gave him this information in person.
Okay.
This is what I mean when I talk dogmatic, because rational people, anyone rational would have understood my position from that and understood that that wasn't what I was arguing.
Okay.
You cannot force anyone, and this is true in a bunch of these debates. This is why, while I do agree, we could be doing much worse things with our time. It is not fair to make me defend a position I don't believe in. And I don't care who else believes in it. That's irrelevant. If I believe in the moon god, that don't mean he has to believe in the moon god. I'm talking about my position. He's talking about he believes in Yahuwah. That's his position. I can't say, oh, well, because you believe in Yahuwah, you believe in Baal, because Baal is, you can't do that. That man gets the right to defend his position and his position alone. There are other Hebrews that may disagree with his position. I can't put the thoughts of other Hebrews on that man. That's not right. And I deserve the same respect. I have acted in that respect. I appreciate you for this platform, and I appreciate the brothers and sisters for listening. You guys have a great night.
All right. Sebastian's left the building. Now let's see. Now let me get my grand ending. So we getting two endings now. Now, I'm just going to put it to you like this, and I'm going to say it one more time. If you read a title of a debate, and it says, the Big Bang Theory is on trial, and you know that person that you're going against don't believe in the Big Bang, because I told him that when we was in the back chat. What do you think I'm going to come in here and do? What do you think I'm going to come in here and do, Sebastian? And then I asked you, I said, well, prove the Big Bang Theory is correct without using the Bible. I said, I got all these holes over here, bro. Look at this. You didn't defend nothing. But you agree with the Big Bang Theory. And you also agree with the points of the Bible. And you also agree with this and that and that. You're all over the place. You have no solid foundation. And I just want to give a shout out to Y'all World 777, the Light Magazine, Brew News. You know what I'm saying? The Lions Den, that we got like 21 groups on Facebook. The Lions Den Debate League. Shout out to Sister Ivy and her platform. And with that being said, hey, I came to do a job. I did my job. That's all I got to say about this debate. And with that being said, I'm out.
All right, man. So everybody stay tuned. We have another debate coming up. We have another debate coming up in about an hour. All right. So we will be back with another debate from the Lions Den Debate League. And I pray you all receive at least some edification and stay strong out there. The enemy is looking to destroy us. And gird up your loins.
Hey, family, they debate's finna start in like 15 minutes, right? Because it's 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, in like 30 minutes, 25 minutes to be on.
Right.
Okay. All right, so all right, man. So peace and love to the family. All right, stay strong out there, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Peace.